So we're at Bennicassim. Zach looks positively excited. There's Jack and our friend. So we're finally here, and I decided to give you some tips and tricks from Bennicassim. We decided when we got here we were going to do a little bit of like a compilation video, but taking this around with me all the time is a little bit dangerous, so we decided to do like a one-off thing. Apologies for the audio if it's pretty shit, because there's a band's going off just over there. So we just decided to do a tips and tricks of Bennicassim, or any festival, but this one in particular because it's not like any other festival. If you guys are going, or if you book tickets and you're watching this video, I hope it helps. It's a brilliant festival. We've got one day left after this. We're waiting for Mumford & Sons and Arctic Monkeys, and then Primal Scream, so it's going to be a great night. So definitely come if you want a holiday and a festival in one. Okay, so things to bring. I'm doing it off my phone. Things to bring. What you need is a good tent, right? So I'm going to show you my tent. Just have a look at it. That is my tent. It's big, and on the inside it gets a bit messy, so we're just going to go inside and have a look. Zach's in the way, but there is our tent. Okay, there it is. So it's a 6-man tent, but it's a good one. So, and it's got a bit of shelter, which you need when you've got that right in your face all day, which is what you have. Another thing you should need to bring is a sleeping mat. Thanks to Zach, we've got our little roll mats that you get if you go on Duke of Edinburgh or do any camping at all. I brought a pillow because I like a bit of extra comfort. It's very helpful, especially if you've been out partying. And my Lilo's gone down now, so my pillow is my only comfort. Flip-flops, make sure they're comfy and worn in. You're doing a lot of walking, right? Because it's not a big campsite, but to get to the beach, etc., things like that. But we'll get onto that in a little bit. Hat and sunglasses, either or, very good idea because you've got constant sun. Lilo or an airbed, very, very good. Try and make it as cool as you can. Maybe bring a cotton sheet to put over it to make it less sticky for when you wake up in the morning. Swimsuit, easy. Good idea that we've just seen is just over there. You might be able to see it. It's got tin foil. It's a tin foil over the top to reflect the heat, so it doesn't go in your tent. Try that. We haven't tried that, but we should. A pack of cards is always a good idea because you get a bit bored, and you want to play some drinking games. So a pack of cards is great. A book or two. Remember, it is a holiday as well as a festival. You get 3 days where you have a bit of a holiday, so it's always good like that. Next, we're on to the next section. This is at the camp. We have camped in the Fib camp. There's 2 camps. I think there's Villa camp and Fib camp. You have to pay for Villa camp because it has showers, like your own personal showers. But that's totally up to you, whichever one you want to go for, you get. We went for the normal camp, the Fib camp, and you come up past the entrance and you walk a little bit. And you get to 2 campsites. You want to go in the left campsite. The right one is full from the first day, right? It's totally full. Try and get yourself in the left campsite, and just opposite, you might be able to see if you look closely, there's a little bar. And over there, there's fruit and there's drinks, and the showers are just literally right next to it, along with the toilets. So we're far away enough from the toilets to not smell. We're close enough for when we get hot to do some, showering. And we've also got a bar and fruit juice there as well. Okay, what's next? Tent under this. This stuff is, well, it likes to think it's tarpaulin anyway. But that's what we wanted. We decided to come under this because it rained a little bit, but not too much, and it kept us dry. Plus, it also keeps a lot of the sun off, which is good. Bring a mallet, a big hammer, because to peg your tent in. If you've got a normal tent, like a British tent with pegs, you're going to need a mallet. Like these guys here, they've got big ass things which you put them in and they're not going to move. But a mallet is definitely helpful. Chairs are a really, really good idea because the ground, as I said, is hard. Maybe even just a lilo that you can bring out and sit on a spare one. Without the chairs, you're going to be sat on the floor and there's ants and loads of random stuff. So you might as well just do it and get an airbed or a chair. some money for essentials, really. Obviously that's a clear thing, but essentials are like ice, which you can get from the bar. It's quite cheap, cheaper than the drinks. Buy your drinks from the supermarket, okay? But we'll do that in a little bit. Another thing that you will need, let me just put both things in my hand, is one of these. This is the programme, the official programme. Now, it is €5, but we don't need to worry about that because, you know, we need it, and it's definitely something that you need. So get it, because it'll run your life for the entire week. There are lockers here, €3 a day, okay? So you pay €3 a day to have stuff in, and then to actually get anything out, you pay more, €3 more to take it out. Understood? Good. So there are lockers, don't worry, and you can store your suitcases in them if needs be. There are European plugs to charge things over in the bar, but they are European, like Spanish, so you're gonna have to get yourself some adapters. Hello. Bring yourself an adapter so you can plug it in. There's a queue at the moment, but if you get in early enough, you can sort it all out. Yeah, shower regularly, because you'll love it. After the first shower, it's a cold shower, but it's good. Zach can vouch for that, seeing as he's had about, how many have you had today? Yeah, he's had 4 already. He just goes over and douses himself and stuff. Okay, so third section is when on holiday, because of course it is a holiday more so than a festival. You have the same amount of days to chill. One thing that's definitely helpful is finding a supermarket so you don't get raped with the prices at the bar. You want to find one of the there's quite a few supermarkets dotted about. The closest is southeast of the main entrance from where you come into the festival, but it's constantly busy. Like, be prepared for queues. One of its main features to realise is a fountain. There's a big fountain, and there's loads of people that are always there, so don't worry about that. The beach itself is 25 minutes south of the camp. That's a walk. There is a bus, but it costs, but there's no point. You might as well walk and enjoy the weather. The beach has loads of space, and it's very warm sea, so that'll be fun. So the swimsuit will definitely come in handy. Get some water from the supermarkets. It's essential. You'll get so dehydrated out here very, very quickly. We bought, I'll show you, 6-litre bottles. Hold on, like that. Massive, massive bottles. And oh, something's on my head. 6-litre bottles for 80 cents. So that was really good. Food. You mostly don't want to get food at the festival. You want to get it outside, so get the supermarket and do all that, get all your stuff. There's no stoves allowed in the area, but some people have done it anyway that we've seen. 2006. A really good idea that we've found coming back from the supermarket, if you're going for a big shop, get yourself something with wheels on it just to get all your stuff and take it, because it's so much easier than lugging it. If you're in a big group, it's probably better, but that means you need more, so bring something with wheels on. And if you're worried about things to do during the day and you want to be active, if you've got enough money, you've got go-karts. There's a water park, literally you can see it from here, and there's loads of like sports down at the sea, like, you know, water sports. Now onto in the festival, like the section where we're going to tell you about little tips and tricks that you have inside the festival. Try and enjoy. It's really fun. There's loads of space, and so even at the main act there's a lot of space. We saw the Strokes yesterday and it was quite packed, but for everyone else there's loads of space at the sides because everyone seems to congregate towards the middle. So any of you like me who hate crowds or are scared of crowds, or you just don't really want to get involved with what's going on right in the middle, you know, getting attacked, there is loads of space around the sides, so that's all right. The floor is concrete, so the chair from earlier would probably come in. The concrete floor is quite different from any festival in England especially. Water is incredibly expensive inside the festival, and to take any water in you're only allowed 500 millilitres, so get like the little bottles and take a few in with you so you can get stuff. Find one of the cheap food bars. For example, we found a hot dog vendor that was hot dogs for €3, which is cheap inside a festival. If any of you have been in a festival before, you know it's expensive. There's no crowd surfing because of the concrete, but most people who are drunk do it. So try and get drunk before you go in, and then you'll be totally fine for the rest of the night. Try and be a bit adventurous as well. Go for music that isn't just at the main stage, and try and just you know, there's always stuff going on around. There's a few festivals, and even like European bands or non-European bands, they're always quite good, so just go and have a look. There's DJs as well. The festival is a nighttime festival, meaning the acts go on till very, very late, so be prepared for late nights. We came back from the Friendly Fires, they finished at 4, so we came back then. You don't get into bed until 5, but it's cool, and you'll forget it with all the music that's going on, so don't worry about sleeping. If you're in where we're camping, you can hear the dance tent for a while, so be prepared to hear some dance music for a little while. Let me just swap these around. Excuse me. What have we got? Keep hydrated. Ask the stewards for water, because they'll give you them. They've got loads of bottles of water, just ask them and they'll give you stuff. Medical tent is in the far right corner next to the main stage. That's definitely helpful. I had a blister the other day after Plan B and Palanatini, and you know, I needed to get it sorted. So you go, they sort it, they ask you a few questions, nothing about insurance or anything like that. You don't need to worry. I know a blister wouldn't constitute for that, but it's probably like a survey. There's loads of toilets in the main area, so don't worry about that. All stages are open tents, so if it rains you're going to get wet. Tough. There's also taps inside the festival, but the water from them is disgusting. It's full of chlorine. Steer clear if at all possible. So that is as many tips that we can think of. If you can think of any more, put it in the comments below, or if you need any questions, just give me a message or something like that, and I'll get back to you, because there'll be a few who will ask questions and want to know. So I'll just try my best. So this was Elliot's life from Bennicassim Festival, and we're gonna go and enjoy Mumford and Sons and Arctic Monkeys. Bye bye.